Hello, I just want to take a minute and show you some of the ways to navigate, especially doing the labs in Moodle. So I'm here on our web page for our module for this week, January 19th through 24th. It's module 2. And you can see here at the beginning that there's a list of things that you need to do this week. There's also a link to the lectures for this week as well. So I encourage you to read the book and also go and watch and listen to these lectures. There's some websites that you can go to practice some different things. These aren't required. These are just to help you to learn some material for this week. As far as assignments go, there's a chapter quiz, and the way you can take this is just by clicking on it. You're welcome to use your books or whatever, your notes or whatever you have to take the quiz. You can take it up to 3 times. And one note to realize here, though, is that you can't access the Chapter 1 quiz until you have passed the Syllabus Quiz. So you have to get a passing score on the Syllabus Quiz. Then also you have to watch the lectures before this quiz will open up for you. So once you've done those things, once they're marked complete, then you'll be able to access the quiz. If you have any trouble with that, let me know. There's also a forum for you to participate in, so please take a look at that. The labs are the main thing I want to show you. So down below here, this week we have 2 labs, a microscope lab and also an overview of anatomy lab. These can be completed without the lab kit, so please start working on them as soon as you can. However, notice on these as well that you can't activate them until you've taken the syllabus quiz, and also you have to turn in the lab safety agreement, and that's for both of them. So let's go ahead and do the lab safety agreement first. This semester, all of the materials that you need besides your lab kit for the labs are on an external website, and so first thing I want to show you is the lab safety agreement. To get there, what you want to do is follow this link that says click here. And I'm going to right click and open it in a new tab so I can keep my Moodle page open. It'll take you to this page where you can sign up for the course. And so you'll put in your email address, you'll confirm your email address, you'll sign up for the course, and it'll take you to our website. After you do that the first time, every other time you access this website, you will already have your sign-in. So since I already have a sign-in, I'm gonna log in this way. Every other time you go, it'll look like this, and you'll have to put in your email address and your password. And your password's probably the same as mine, ... Anyway, you'll log in and go to our lab web page, and it should look just like this for you as well. As far as I know, things are going to look the same for you. So here is where you can access everything for the lab. This is the notebook Navigator. So take some time to go through this, look at some of the things. There's a welcome section. I'll tell you a little bit about everything. There's an introduction where you can get some information about that. This is where you're going to go for the lab safety information. So there's important safety information. If you click on this section here, there's some things that you can work on. So there's a video for you to watch about lab safety. I encourage you to do that. And then there's the lab safety reinforcement. And this is a document that you can download. You can click download, or you can just click on here, and you have to initial all of these sections and then sign it at the bottom. And once you've done that, then you can take that document, and if you print it off and sign it, then you can scan it or take a picture of it. If you just decide to do it electronically, that's fine too. Once you do that, you come back to the Moodle page, click on the lab safety agreement, and then here is where you're going to submit. And you see there's a couple people who've already submitted. And it'll look a little bit different for you. When you click on this, there'll be a section, a space that'll say submit. And once you submit that, then it'll send it to me. This is the way that our labs are going to work this semester. You'll go to the other website to get the lab, download it, use it, complete it, and then you'll come back to Moodle, and that's where you're going to upload it. Same thing with the first lab, the Microscope lab. If we go back to the lab website, now we're going to be into the experiment, and you can see here it says Lab 1 using Microscope. Using the microscope, as we go throughout the semester, more labs will pop up in this experiment area as we go through. So click on using the microscope. At the top here, you'll have the instructions for completing the lab, and down below you have the lab write-up. So the lab write-up is what you're going to turn into me. You don't have to turn in this top part. And so you have an option. You can either just access this and view it on the web and use this as you go through, or you can print it off. It's up to you, but you don't have to turn this part in. What you will turn in, and this is loading, and then I guess we can take a second and just let it load. You can see it pops up a little bit bigger so you can read it. What you will be turning in is the lab write-up down below. And this, so you'll need to download this and fill it out. And then once you fill it out, then you'll come back to, again, the Moodle page, and you will click on the lab, and that will allow you to submit your assignment. Please submit it as a PDF. So I need you to submit all of your labs as a PDF so that I have an easier time accessing them and grading them. In this first lab, you'll be learning about the microscope. In this class, we're not going to be using a real microscope, a physical microscope. We're going to be using something called a V-scope. The V-scope is available here on this website as well. If you click on the V-scope, there are actually two different V-scopes. There's what's called AP1 and AP2. And depending on the slide, depending on the lab and the slides that we're using, you may be using AP1 or AP2. So this is an in-web microscope that you can use. And as it pulls up here in just a second, I'll show you. So here's the AP2 V-scope. Here's the AP1. The way you use this, you can see the magnifications are written down here. This is what you'll be learning in the lab, but I'll just give you a brief overview. Over here you have your slides, and you can look through the different slides. There's a whole bunch of slides. If you click on a slide, it's going to move it over onto the microscope. There's a power button here where you can light it up, and then you can look at the different magnifications of the slide. So this one that we're looking at here, you can see up here, it shows you the whole slide, and then the section we're looking at, you can look at different parts of the slide, et cetera, and I'll let you guys play with that. There is a scroll key here where you can see all the slides that are available, and it's the same thing with the V-scope down here. So for the lab, you can take a screenshot of the part of the slide that you're looking at and add it to the worksheet, and then you'll be able to upload that. So that's a little overview of how the labs are going to work. Once you've done the microscope lab and the overview lab, you'll come back to Moodle, you'll submit them to me, and then I'll be able to grade them and send them back to you. If you have any questions at any time, please let me know. If anything looks wrong, so we're having a few troubles with the LabPack website last semester. If anything doesn't look right to you, send me an email. I'm happy to take the time to make sure everything is running smoothly and everything is there that's supposed to be there. So don't hesitate. Don't take the time. If something looks wrong, don't hesitate to contact me and let me take a look at it. So hopefully this makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.